Gusto Morning News. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys have had an incredible weekend. Thank you guys so much for your incredible support. Thank you so much for everything you do for us here at Gusto TV Africa. We love and appreciate you. You guys are the real MVPs, and we know they take on a play at all. Yes, over the weekend there's been quite a lot happening in the heartbeat of Afrobeats, of course. That's why we're here now to give you the tea and to make you be well informed of what's going on so that you know good day left behind. But before we start all the many gists, I want to let you know, say for 30K, you can advertise your brand or service at Gusto TV Africa on Instagram and on Facebook as well as YouTube. So yes, get in touch with us and let us kickstart you into greatness. Of course, December is active and you do not want to miss out. Okay, so I mean, it's a beautiful morning for anybody who's a supporter of 30BG because Davido is in the news, and Davido is having a double sweep on the charts. I'm talking about Apple Music takeover. Of course, TXC, Davido's Zlatan, Shoday, Scott Maphuma, and AI Xapo's Nakupenda is now the number one song on Apple Music NG Top Songs chart. What an incredible mileage. To be honest, when this song dropped, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's a beautiful song, but how is it going to do on the charts?" And that was the major conversation. But right now, what we can see is that TXE, Davido, Zlatan, Shoday, Scott Mafuma, and AI's Zappos Nakupenda is now the number one song on Apple Music Nigeria Top Songs chart. I mean, it is incredible to see because, listen, there are many heavyweights on this jam, to be very honest, but we all know that one notable person on this jam is Davido. We talk about Zlatan, Shoday, who's doing so well, Scott Mafuma, South Africa is great, and TXC. I mean, it's just been really incredible to say the least, and a lot of people have been so super gassed for Davido. And the rest of the gang for achieving this incredible milestone. And Punky on X says, you can talk about farming all you want, but this song got there organically. Song hits than expected. So this guy is saying, you know what? Every time there's a conversation about a song doing so well, a song achieving greatness or hitting a certain milestone or actually staying at the number one on the charts, a lot of people alluded to stream farming and say that they use organic Afrobeats fertilizer. But I mean, this guy is saying, you know what? This is organic stream. This is because people love the song so well. This is because the song is a great song and there is no stream farming here. We don't do that here. And Mastermind on X says, Davido take over from Davido. That is God's doing, man. So yes, he's taking over the number one and number two spot. So that is incredible. If you look at the charts, you will see right there because Davido's Nakupenda, Nakupenda, the song that has Davido on it, is number one, and as well as Galorizi featuring Morayo, the one and only Meat Pie Boy talking about Marvel. So yes, number one and number two spots for the GOAT. I mean, one of the greatest of all time, talking about Davido, and a lot of people have been shouting out this song already. So congratulations to Davido on that one. Of course, Shoday has scored his first ever number one on the Apple Music Nigeria Top Songs chart with Nakupenda, talking about getting into the right collaboration, talking about getting into the right zone. I mean, Shoday is excited. Everyone is excited for him because he's been really great. He's been doing so well in 2025. I think he's one of the biggest latest sensations, to come out of Afrobeat. So yes, we're really excited for him. And to actually score this amazing point, Shoday scores his first ever number one on the Apple Music Nigeria Top Songs chart with Nakupenda. I mean, this is greatness personified. And you know what? The greats on the song, the video, and everybody who's doing some West Coast Mafuma and the likes, give Shoday his number one song. Of course, Shoday was actually floating on this jam as well too. So congratulations to Big Shoday. What an amazing artist he is. And of course, still talking about the video. Davido has called up the one and only Carterefe, and he said, you know what, Carter, we are going for 200,000 subs as he wants to jump on a live stream with the one and only Carterefe. So Davido and Carterefe are actually gearing up for a moment in the history books of live stream, right? So Davido has called up Carterefe to say, you know what, this is for the culture. I'm going to jump on your live stream and I'm promising you 200,000 subs. And Carterefe went bonkers. The guy was almost mad. Begin to tear and share. They need that for ground. They thanked Davido. And one thing I really like about David is how organic his love is. He's not trying to force it. He's just trying to be there for as much people as he can. And the latest benefactor of this benevolence, I beg your pardon, is Carterefe, because they are going to definitely be on a live stream together, and this one is going to be bonkers to say the least. Congratulations to Carterefe. I'm looking forward to that one because Carter seems to be the biggest streamer out of Africa right now. He just recently had a stream event with the one and only Charlie Poppy. Was a beautiful, beautiful one. What an amazing time the fans had, and Carter seems to be winning on all sides. After Davido, who's next, is gonna bring Whiskey on, because he's been really trying to get Whiskey's attention, but you know what? He said to David yesterday, I'm a big 30 BG guy. Look now, see my hand now, tattoo 30 BG in my hand. I won't go shopping them up. You know what? I don't really think that that's not really what, this guy cares about. I'm talking about, David. David is just someone who just loves his fans and will do anything to make his fans happy. And one person that's benefiting off this is Carter. If it's going to be quite an incredible, incredible time. Let's look forward to that one. And of course, when it definitely drops, we'll be right here to bring you all the details regarding that one. And of course, Davido also had an amazing performance in Saudi Arabia over the weekend. It was quite an amazing, amazing one. I mean, everywhere choke, the whole place was filled to the brim. Davido shut it down, and of course, performed loads of hit songs. Saudi Arabia went bonkers. I mean, one thing I really like about David's tenacity is, you know what? I'm gonna touch base with literally everywhere. I'm gonna push this music to the borders of the earth, and that's what he's been doing consistently and constantly. And Saudi Arabia felt the heat because Davido actually brought the heat on stage, performed bangers to bangers back to back, and the fans went wild and crazy. Yes, so OBO in Asia was a definite banger, guys. I tell you for free, this man works super hard. He's undoubtedly in the list or in contention for the artist of the year alongside WIZKID, Burna Boy. But listen, this guy's incredible work rate has to be actually acknowledged, and I really, really am grateful that, you know what, we can actually witness greatness in its finest. And of course, that Davido actually shut it down in Saudi Arabia, and I know the fans will never forget that one. Beautiful pictures coming out of that show, and the fans, going crazy. It was such an energetic crowd, everybody thumping and vibing to David's unmatched artistry. What a guy. Of course, let's shift gear to the one and only Whiskey. And this time around, Whiskey actually had a very, very nice, amazing Wonderman party, if I have to put it that way, for the one and only Morayo, his daughter. So Morayo turned one, and of course, we had the Morayo land party. I mean, it was just a beautiful, beautiful night, beautiful event, all pink, doped out, all his kids looking really sharp and clean. And of course, it's a Wiz party when there's a Morayo party. So yes, congratulations to the one and only Morayo, the finest baby on the planet. Yes, Whiskey and Crept also hanging out with your babies at the event too. So it was really a really nice first birthday event. Morayo is such a beautiful kid, and David, I beg your pardon, Whiskey had an amazing, amazing party to celebrate his turning. Yes, so Zanzibar, Zanzibar, Zanzibar. I mean, one thing I really like about this guy is the fact that regardless all the rumors going on around him, not really showing up in 25, he's really winning. I mean, he's just bought a vacation home in Zanzibar, Tanzania. And he said, you know what, I'm blessed. Thank you guys for a good year. Saying, regardless of what you guys are saying, I had an amazing year. I had a blast in 2025. Look, I just purchased myself $1 billion, $1 million, I'm home in Zanzibar. So yes, I mean, the one and only Kizz Daniel is winning. I would just want to say congratulations to him on everything. Of course, we have big news coming from the camp of Burna Boy, and Burna Boy's No Sign of Weakness album is at number one on the iTunes Nigeria Top Albums chart. What an amazing fit this is. And of course, you know what? He's been touring the No Signs of Weakness Weakness album. It's been going crazy. It's been a successful tour so far, and congratulations to him on everything. He was just recently hospitalized and just taking in some rest to gear up for the other part of the tour. And you know what? No sign of weakness. Be one week, my guy, but right now he's actually on top of everything and he's gearing for a big performance. And of course, there's been a lot of things happening with Burna Boy, and of course, we have exclusive things to share with you later in the day. So turn on your post notifications because the fans are ready and the fans are talking and saying, you know what? The No Signs of Weakness album is a top album, and Charles says he is the highest. Yes, so yes, our guy is doing quite incredible stuff, and want to say congratulations to Burna Boy and wish him health, wish him peace, wish him longevity, because we want to see him actually thump and perform for many years to come. So guys, this is where we'll back break on the morning drive here at Gusto TV Africa. Thank you so much for joining us, and guys, please make sure to turn on your post notification bell because we have amazing things packed for you today. We do not want you to miss it. There's an exclusive gist on Pella. You want to see that later. Exclusive gist on WIZKID, Burna Boy, Davido. Make sure to actually turn on your post notification. And of course, there was an amazing show over the weekend at the Hennessy Artistry Hennessy Reboot Camp. It was electric. Want to bring you all the tea from that event. So turn on your post notification to make sure you catch all this gist later. And I'm gonna see you guys pretty soon. Until